Hello, my wheels doing the thing again. Hello, everyone. Come on, let me fix this real quick. There we go. There we go. I actually, believe it or not, have some news. Oh, because I've got a video actually recorded for tomorrow. So, that's what, 3 days in a row you guys get videos from me? I mean, you must be feeling #blessed. And tomorrow's video is, yes, Massey, that's my new intro. Hello, my wheels doing the thing again. Have I pre-ordered 19? No, I haven't actually. Am I feeling okay? Yeah. Why do you ask, Bradley? Is it because my voice seems lower than usual? Because I didn't notice that myself. When I was recording the FS19 video, the coverage of the dev blog, I did notice my voice was a bit lower than usual, and I don't know why. Hello, Ramazan. I'm late. I'm always late, bucko. I'm rarely on time anymore. I'm terrible. I've hit my head 3 videos in a row. I know! It's strange. Tomorrow's video is iRacing, so probably most of you won't watch it. It's a race I did, when was it? Tuesday. At Spa-Francorchamps. I've called it the War of Spa myself because it felt amazing in car. Kind of looking at the replay while I was recording, it wasn't as good as I kind of thought, but I'll still put the video up. If you've played 13, 15, and 17, very nice. I saw somebody on Facebook is after deciding that FS19 looks identical to 17. To them I will say, you know Specsavers, you know them, they're really good for like eye tests. You should probably go to Specsavers. You've been watching that? I know there's a few people who like watching the racing content. That field is fully grown, isn't it? I need to spin around. I don't know why I'm getting frame rate jankiness. I think well, it might well be different shaders that Alan threw into the map, but there is a small bit of frame rate jankiness going on at the moment. This is the updated version of Gwenddwr with what I believe to be seasons lighting. Danny Richter Renault, yeah. Dodge, Daggerwin and Chainsaw 100. I'll be honest, Charlie, I'll be very blunt. I don't watch any farm sim content other than streams. I'll watch Landy's streams because I'm usually in iRacing doing some practice and it's kind of good background noise. I'll watch sim streams sometimes because much the same reason. I'll watch Simulation for the Nation streams if I'm actually running on time for once. But generally speaking, I don't watch farm sim. I just don't find farm sim videos entertaining at all. Hello, David, send me a 10. If you ask Landy the same question, Charlie, he'll give you the exact same answer. Is farm sim eh? It isn't something that we'll go out of our way to watch. You're even more excited for Shamrock today. Why is this, bucko? I was talking to Simulation for the Nation last night. Can I give some advice about live streaming? Chat is your new god. Don't ignore chat, ever. I'll do it sometimes when I'm trying to, like, do something complicated, but try not to ignore chat for too long. always have a bit of banter with chat, have running jokes going on. Like, and it caught me by surprise last night when I was watching Daggerwin streams, like, his running joke that I break everything. Which I wasn't aware that he was in on that. I wasn't aware he was in on that running joke, so I applaud Daggerwin for making fun of me. I'm fair game when it comes to things breaking. Also, I did kind of name his horse Depresso the Magical Wonder Horse. Which I don't think he was too happy with me naming his horse Depresso. You need to watch streams simply for the interaction. That's the thing that I prefer about streaming, is like, it's a lot more fun. Apparently Dagman's very good at lurking. He is! Was that in his Oblivion stream? Yes, it was, Massey. Put my sub goal to 8520. No! My channel, my sub goal. You're back from horses! Welcome back from horses! Kind of surprised that I made that turn. Need a combine. Combine. Where's the combine? There's the combine. How am I today? I'm doing good. He said himself that he looks like a bad smell. Yeah, I do the same, to be honest. Like, it's not hard to lurk really well. It's particularly useful, and if Daggerwin is here, he'll notice that I've secretly, well, not so secretly, given him a moderator, so that when if he does decide to talk in here, he's clearly visible as the real one, and not somebody who's put a tick at the end of a fake Daggerwin account, which is more unlikely than ever. You see no spanners. There are spanners hiding somewhere. Of that I am certain. And if there are not, well, I have a spanner myself. I have a crown. I had a crown. I've lost my crown. That's the annoying thing about the new chat. I knew there was something that was really annoying me. I've lost the crown. So let's do a bit of combine harvesting today. And I don't honestly know what we'll do after that. I do actually need to drop more straw. Do I have children? No, nor do I expect to ever have any. Is this the only map I played? No, I did Lone Oak literally yesterday. And I'll be doing Shamrock Valley next week once Oxygen David gives us the go-ahead to do that. Yeah, now I've got the power of a highlighter. Let's not talk about pig farms again. Hey, whoop the bay. What's my favourite map? Shamrock Valley. It is just so pretty. I've been reading through your guys' comments on the first look, and so many people giving so many different places that it reminds them of. That I think Oxy kind of nailed the generic Irish map. 100%. Will Shamrock make it to 19? I believe that's the plan, David. Whether or not it happens kind of depends on how easy it is to get stuff into 19 or how possible it is. Hello, NM Farmer. That train bridge you've seen a lot. Yeah. It looks like the viaduct in Cork. I actually googled and I'm still convinced it looks like the viaduct in Cork. But people have been saying it reminds me of the bridge up in not Donegal, in Louth. Near Dundalk, that's why I got Donegal stuck in my head somehow. And of course, a few comments about the miraculous spacing of the map, where it's somehow like beside Donegal and Limerick. At the same time, it's not too far from Galway either. It's the best Irish map ever. I have seen a couple of people complaining. So there's the one Boris Carlo. It's a very generic. Yeah, Donegal 1K and Limerick 3. That I had the time. God dang it! Could somebody actually like shout at me on Discord after the stream so that I actually remember? Diet Coke? Yes. For that caffeine-y goodness. Will this fit through the gate? Not if I do it like that. Hey, this fits through the gate. Need to unfold the harvester. Perfection. No, I need to drop straw, thanks. It's power food 8,000 litre silage, 4,000 litre Saint Keenan. It should be like 50-50 usually. With the Irish flag. Yeah. I wasn't impressed, so I left a comment on his comment. Landy put it up on his community page because I took a screenshot of it to show Landy. Hello, Rud Halls. What's my favourite drink? Water? You finally made it to one of my streams. Hello, Mod Addict. I'm good at like lurk streaming apparently. People always say like, I'd never make it to one of your streams. How do you not make it to the streams when I stream at the same time every day? I intentionally stream at a time when people are finished work too. That's Resort. Yeah. Landy pointed it out to me and I went ham. People are going to be like that. I'm going to have the very, very same attitude towards them. Just got back home. But if people are going to be disrespectful to Oxy in the map and the amount of effort that went in to make it Irish and that kind of stuff, I'm going to be disrespectful to them. You know, if you don't like the map, don't play it. Creator Tools updated to fix the crash that I like. So I don't like the new version of Creator Tools and therefore I haven't downloaded it. FSI's Feet, I actually have a better version of that already, so I'm not too pushed to downloading that either. Why are we on about Diet Coke? Because I've got Diet Coke as a drink today. Respect matters, guys. I mean, after all the good that happened with Bullet Bill, people decide as soon as they get a chance that they're going to be rude towards Oxy. It's... Yeah, he did change the pit because that was constructive criticism. That was a fair complaint. Have I looked at South Mountain Creamery? No, and I don't know if I plan to. I don't like looking at maps that'll make me angry because they've got really blatant obvious problems. I don't know how they didn't... How nobody pre-release saw the terrain issue. You're glad you changed the pit? I mean, I am. Also, for those of you that weren't here, as it turns out, what I said was a manure pit in the video. That's actually a silage pit. Because apparently I'm just oblivious to reality, and yeah, I screwed up. Oxy set me right in yesterday's stream, making me look like a fool. Your house is in Ballymoon? Very nice. South Mountain is shocking. It's... I was talking to Louis about this yesterday, and just from my perspective as a player and occasional tester, and somebody knows like an efficient way to test. I don't know if it's the best, but it's an efficient way. is you identify weaknesses with the modder that are known. Black Sheep, known weakness now, is terrain. Much the same as Lancy Boy, actually. So that's the first thing you test, terrain. Because that's somewhere there's going to be a screw up somewhere. You know, that's something that you see and you zero in on. And why the Black Sheep testers didn't do that immediately is beyond me. It's annoying. It's really annoying seeing such a blatant weakness being missed by the testing team. Which, granted, is too small. You don't have an eye for that? Tino the Terrain is a disaster. There's a fish that seemingly likes crossing the road using a bridge somehow. You don't like Black Sheep anymore. Massey, don't be like that. Don't base all your opinions on the one map. Yes, there are silly mistakes. Yes, they should have been avoided. Yes, they could easily have been avoided. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't like Black Sheep, because for one person to make all those mods is really impressive. And for 3 people to test them, that's asking too much of 3 people. That's a failure in Black Sheep's system. He should have more testers. I think you might realize that now, that he's had the same problem happen twice in two maps in a row. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll learn from that mistake. And he'll take more testers on board, whether it's White Bull Modding's testers or whoever. He does need to get more testers together and have trustworthy testers. It's quantity over quality. I don't know if that's his fault, Killian. I think it might be down to him just throwing stuff at testers and hoping that they'll test it properly. I think that's kind of the issue. Is Black Sheep's name Eric? I don't know Black Sheep's name. For all I know, his real name is Blackie Sheepington. You sure fixes will come? Yeah, I'm certain fixes will come. It's just a shame that they weren't spotted by the testing team. Like that's the way that I look at things. Is sure there were mistakes made, but they're mistakes he can learn from. Now there were some very unhelpful things said in the Black Sheep Discord yesterday as well. With regards to people pointing out these mistakes, and complaining about people pointing out mistakes in maps is a bad idea. It doesn't help. If you want something without mistakes, maybe don't download mods. Because every mod has mistakes, and it's up to, number one, the people who test the mod in the first place, and number two, the community to point out these mistakes, so the modder can have a look at what people think could be improved, and maybe figure out a better way to do things. You're not the only one to put a loader on the case. Yeah! The problem is you can't get the damn thing off because the front end's too wide. It gets stuck on the front end, so I literally can't take the loader off. If you're wondering why I'm driving around with a loader on constantly, it's because I can't take it off. To go in the community with Black Sheep as a profile picture, I don't know. Survived the Internet, very nice, TJC. Wasn't there a Creator Tools update? Yes, that I've not downloaded and I probably won't download. Because as far as I'm aware, the only thing in the update is you're taking it off. It's the right size, it just won't come off mine. The only thing that's in the Creator Tools update is a fix for a crash that happens when you exit a map. It's crash to desktop. Now, I don't want that update because I quite like that crash to desktop. Because it's convenient for me. Did I see the Massey 148 on Peter J's Facebook? No. I saw where he announced the 148, but I don't think I've seen the 148 itself. Yeah, that's a fair question, to be fair. Considering I'm an idiot, that's a fair question. But it is, in theory, you thought it was a feature. Like, I knew... before I saw the log error that it caused, I genuinely thought it was a feature. Why am I always harvesting? People complain when I do grass work. People complain when I do ploughing. People complain when I do cultivating. People complain when I do seeding. People complain when I do fertilizing. And now people complain when I harvest. Walshy boy, it's Farming Simulator. Harvesting is kind of a part of farming. I literally can't please anyone, so I'm just playing this map however I can. Matthew Boyd, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I can't win. I really can't. Like, if I was ploughing this field, somebody complained, why are you doing so much ploughing? If I cultivated it manually, why are you doing so much cultivating? Just playing the damn game at this point. Don't do farming. Okay. Here we go. This is the stream now. This will keep everybody happy. No farming at all. This is the ideal situation. Because people don't want me doing grass work, cultivating, ploughing, seeding, fertilizing, harvesting. So this is what you get now. Is me just standing stationary in a field. We all happy? No, I'm gonna continue harvesting. The sunshine has returned. It is actually quite nice outside, yes. Hey, Dal. Oh, you said it was your new missions. I didn't see your comment get popped, honestly, Jim says. Hey, Jack. The new mission system looks interesting. For sure. I'm not sure what to make of it. Like, it's just an extension of the one that's in the game at the moment. And an improvement, for sure, because those timers were always kind of annoying. The fact that you can now basically leave a mission at will and go do something else is really nice. Because you can start off a mission on the biggest field and just ignore it for 3 weeks if you really want to. Gonna be fun doing grasswork missions as well. Yeah, that's a very interesting like new thing in the game. People are leaving because I was complaining about everybody constantly complaining. That's hilarious. The transport missions I'm not sure about personally. I hope they've made a big change to it, because before it was just grab a front loader and drive halfway across the map to somebody else. Commented it, then it was gone. I think it might have been your internet glitching, because I never saw a comment from you about the missions. Or it could have been chat doing a weird thing again. Also, apologies to the guy Pedro banned yesterday, who got apparently unbanned immediately afterwards. Pedro got the funny YouTube bug where people's names go weird. And he saw some innocent person's name as his own. Or his name appearing as somebody else. So he thought somebody was trying to impersonate him. When in reality, YouTube is being weird again. That's very likely. Yeah, I think that's the most likely explanation for things going wrong in chat. Is YouTube just being YouTube and doing the weird things. So what do you guys think of the dev blog? There we go. keep wanting to call it a devlog. No, dev blog. It was, from what I understand, finished very last minute, and we've been told not to expect anything until after Gamescom from here on out. With regards to the dev blogs, because, you know, the devs have to work on a version for Gamescom to show off. It was just detailing the new mission system, Glengar. Nothing really of note as such. Missions, you can lease equipment for them, or you can use your own. You can do grasswork missions and whatnot now, which is definitely interesting. And the new HUD is of the most interest to me. Because that looks like a really interesting HUD, and the menu system looks interesting as well. Jim says, yeah, but I don't know how long that popularity is going to last, because he just has all the news for FS19 in one place, where you don't have to go through rooting through Let's Plays and videos of other games. He's gonna, I think, run into trouble once 19 releases, and he knows this himself. He's openly admitted this to myself and to Landy. He's expecting things to slow down and possibly go backwards a bit once 19 releases. Just because people are there for one reason and one reason only right now. How many now, Chris? Chris? I can't do the TTS, like, sprinkler sound. That's something you only do with Discord text-to-speech. Don't start doing it, Chris. I can't remember if I turned it off last time or not. And I think I've got... I don't know which Discord I even have open. Whenever you start playing around with text-to-speech, Chris immediately jumps in and starts saying weird things. Hello, Valerie. You can be a proper contractor now. Yeah, that's going to be a really cool way to start the game. Hello, Adam. It's going to be a really cool way to start the game, because you can start off as a contractor and then kind of buy your own farm, or start off as just a farmer, and once you get equipment large enough, go into contracting. Hello, Buddy Bill. How are you doing today? Have you got your PC working yet? Because I saw you were having a couple of issues. How am I today? Oh, I am good. Frustrated. Life in a nutshell. Yeah. I love it when things just go, like, wrong and you can't figure out why. Then you try it again, the exact same thing, and it works perfectly. Glengar, judging by what he managed to get Asus Driver DVD, is Windows 10 only? Oh, beautiful! Yeah. I mean, Windows 10 is good. I'm not gonna knock it, but if you prefer Windows 7, you should at least have the bloody option. You know, internet download with 7 drivers. Maybe put on a temporary Windows 10 install, so you can download those drivers. I mean, that is problematic. Try attaching two of these Marsons together. No. Why would I want to do that? Hello, Eric. How are you doing today? Why would I want to attach two of these perfectly good trailers together? They're like the perfect size as is. Look at me being fancy and using the flashy lights. Oh, I don't have auto off turn signals on. Because it's funky. I mean, that's not a good enough reason for me, quite honestly, GT. Just realised it's 7 in the morning in game and I'm already harvesting. I am a hardcore farmer, apparently. He can't cash money, he literally can't flash it on because the USBs aren't working. No USBs means no flash drives, which means no flashing. Trailer isn't good enough for mod up quality anymore. Well, release V2 on FSUK. Screw it. What headset do I use? Sennheiser HD 201s. I keep forgetting the model number. I keep saying 210s. 210s look slightly different. But this is my second pair of HD 201s. I should mention this. I did have a pair before. But they started dying. I'll be probably getting a third pair in the future. If I'm still able to. Probably, like, I'm one of these guys who once I find something that works, I will use it until I can no longer purchase the thing. As a trader, no longer mod hub quality. I would guess it's something really specific. Why is this not working? Right. Plan B here is to back it up from this angle so that I can potentially... There we go! We can empty the trailer. Hey, give the FSUK guys something to download. Other than, you know, potentially letting... I don't know if that's out yet. Letting, Gwenddwr. Some of the really nice scripty things that are on there. The map. Now, I'm gonna rail on something briefly, but then I'm gonna come back to it and turn it into positive. There's a map released on FSUK yesterday that, when you look at the pictures, is not very good quality. It's FSUK perfect, standard. I'm not gonna argue with that. But the pictures just are very low quality. The map itself looks low quality. And usually that's a bad thing, but did a bit of digging. It's the guy's first map. He, with his first map, got it to FSUK perfect quality. It functions. It, you know, does everything a map needs to do. That's all you want out of a first map. It doesn't need to be the prettiest. It doesn't need to be, you know, a Gwenddwr or a Shamrock Valley or something like that. Or a Letton. It just needs to be functional. And if you want to release that first map, by all means. Some people will criticize it for looking bad. I had a bit of a laugh at looking at some of the screenshots and the lack of knowledge that was on show. But that's stuff that comes over time. What am I talking about? I can't remember the name of it. Let me just look it up here real quick. Because I actually want you guys to download it. There's FSUK. Because I'm making fun of it. Oh, was it taken down? Oh, it was taken down! Oh, that's a bit of a shame. There must have been a major problem with it. There was a map released yesterday, and it's been taken down since. Possibly there was actually a major problem with it that got missed. Or the map maker asked for it to be removed. What was it? It was... And I'm gonna do like kind of a quick description. Square fields, kind of looked a bit like a barcode. And the forests in one of the pictures of the PDA were like literally like MS painted in. You know, visible map edges, map boundaries, map corners. But it worked. And you can't ask for much more than that for a first map from anybody. Anybody who makes a good first map is doing very well for themselves. Hello, Murphy. So, Lewis with Letton, I would say, is doing very well. You saw it, you didn't get a good look at it. Yeah, I didn't download it or have a look, because it just didn't look interesting to me. But to whoever made that map, and I can't remember who even made it, don't give up. You got a map on FSUK. That's more than most people who claim to make maps will ever do. Or claim to be modders. They'll never release anything. So you did one better than a lot of people who make mods. You put it out there publicly for people to see and criticize and ridicule. Hollow Farm, awesome liquor. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, it looked like a barcode. It wasn't the prettiest map. It was, you know, it's not the prettiest map. It's not, probably not the most functional map, and the most, you know, highfalutin fancy map. But who cares? He got it up publicly. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Is awesome liquor put his neck out on the line. Got taken down, another modder put in a complete. Oh dear. See, I was hoping it was something innocent, like there was something in it that he wasn't happy with, but that's maybe not so good. Hope that gets smoothed out and he can get the map kind of. I mean this in the nicest way, publicly ridicule. Because he'll learn from that. He'll learn from people downloading it and saying, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this could be improved. You could have done this way, it might have been better. You know, that's stuff that he can learn from. Was it UK style map? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I think it looked American style, but it might have been Modder didn't like awesome. I'd use part of his mod on the map without asking permission. I mean, that's kind of on both of them, really. Awesome should have thought about asking permission. More US... Yeah, it looked more US style. But sometimes I can't tell with square fielded maps where they're supposed to be, because I know the Netherlands has very square fields as well. Awesome should have asked permission, but I mean, it's coming down on a new guy a bit hard. Maybe have a PM conversation first before going to the nuclear option of getting the map removed. Love the new UI of S19. It does look interesting, Black Devil. That is true. And hello, by the way. Thomas, it's just some technical glitches. He has all the new parts. He's just fighting with it to get the damn thing to actually work now. Which is always the fun part of a new PC build. He's fighting with drivers because his motherboard wants Windows 10, but he wants Windows 7, and I get the feeling that's a fight that his motherboard's going to win. FS19 looks clean and actually quite smooth. It does, doesn't it? Like, I'm really impressed by that, the way that UI looks. Massey, there's a picture on his Facebook page of all the components ready to go. All boxed and nicely set out on his table. I'm hoping it's maintenance and not damage, because if it's damage, I'm constantly going to need to be cheating money in for when I flip things. Yeah, Windows 10, like, having used it now for a while, I genuinely feel like it's better than Windows 7. It is to Windows 8 what Windows 7 was to Vista. Let us all forget Vista. It's kind of the natural evolution of Windows 7 or Windows 8 even, with the kind of Metro style, but definitely improved. It's a Windows 7 Windows 8 kind of hybrid that is really nice. Windows 8 was a mess. Like 8.1 even was a mess. I used 8.1 for all of about, I think, a week. Is that how it would look in the finished game? I would presume so, Black Devil. There might be some tweaks done. The screenshots the Giants are sending out are all in development. Where was Windows 9? I can tell you what happened with Windows 9 GT and why there is no Windows 9. It's actually to allow for backwards compatibility with Windows 10. Because if Microsoft brought out Windows 9, a lot of stuff will be running in basically Windows 98 mode, because a lot of programs had a version checker that checked for Windows 9 star. That star means search for anything. So if Windows 9 released, that 9 star would see, oh, there's Windows 9, and it would run Windows 98 mode or Windows 95 mode. Because Microsoft had used Windows 9 as kind of a coverall for the Windows 95, 98, even Windows 2000 is classified as a Windows 9 version. As a direct result, Microsoft couldn't directly bring out Windows number 9. They had to skip that number. It's annoying that you can't sort the contracting menu. Like, that's something I hope they put in, like, sort by field size, sort by reward, sort by field number, sort by owner. Hello, Gamerboy 960. Bill, you see, the trick is to run the business upgrade path with Windows 10. So you only get like Windows updates once a month, and they're always stable. Because I've got Windows 10. You guys won't believe this, well, some of you might not. I've got Windows 10 Business. So I get updates about once a month. They're not the same updates that get pushed to most people. They're a lot more stable, and I rarely have problems beyond it, like resetting my mic and occasionally fiddling with the mic volumes. That's about it. That's the sum total of the problems I've experienced with Windows 10 is, oh, it's screwed with my mic again. What map is this? It's Gwenddwr. It's a Welsh map made by GNFTR04, aka Alan, over on FSUK. How does it not surprise me? Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't surprise people. But it sometimes can, because it's like, why do you run Windows 10 Business when it's just a home PC that you're mainly gaming on? And the simple answer is because the updates are more stable. It's a much more stable version of Windows 10. You haven't cleaned your you need to clean that thing, dude. Is it possible? Yes, Adam. Windows 10 Professional, that's the one. Apparently the free upgrade still works for some people. Yes, but there is kind of a downside in that that upgrade comes with a little asterisk, or did at least. In that if you change any single component, it will see your PC as a new computer. Why do people care? I mean, that's the thing, is like there's so many different versions of Windows 10 that almost everybody's gonna have a different one. I actually need to I need to figure out some stuff for next week. Do I like JCB Tractor? I like JCB Tractor. I like JCB Backhoe. I like JCB Skid Steer. I like JCB Load-All. Load-All. All hail the Load-All gods. Gotta wait till possibly Monday to get it. Yeah. That's kind of the sucky thing, is like that's gonna be quite expensive. Wonder why they brought back the transport missions. That's, yeah, gonna be interesting. And as well as that, seeing how the grasswork missions will actually work. You'll actually, Bill, like honestly, you'll get used to Windows 10 so fast from Windows 7. You'll get a bit confused getting to some stuff, and I still do. But it's super easy to just get used to and figure it out. Do I like Lone Oak? No, it's the worst map in the world ever. That's why Bullet Bill's here. He knows that I hate every single one of them. No, I love Lone Oak. It's a fantastic American map. You have to wait. Well, that's what you get for not thinking ahead and buying Windows 10 in advance, Bill. Ten is so much better than 7. It is the best version of Windows barring XP, because XP is God. All hail Windows XP. Which, granted, it's unusable now, but, you know, Windows XP was the best. So I'm not going to bail this field just yet. Okay, Mr. Hindsight. You can get keys cheap on eBay, but the problem there, Glengar, is he'd need a Windows 10 disk for that to work. Or Windows 10 install. Like when I bought the Windows 10 key for Pro, it's because I already had Windows 10 installed and actually backed it up to my external hard drive. It's that XP, and I'm right. Like, going from a modern version of Windows down to XP, yeah, it's confusing as crap. But going from XP upwards, it's also confusing. You'd need an ISO, which would require having a working flash drive, which he doesn't have. Because his USBs don't want to work because his motherboard drivers aren't working because he's got Windows 7. So it all kind of ties back to the motherboard issue of the drivers, which is why he needs Windows 10. You can get Windows 10 for free as long as you got a Windows PC. They've stopped doing the free upgrades, unfortunately. Loader plus more is just wrong. I know, but taking this loader off is a pain, so this is literally the only way I can do it. I muted and unmuted at the same time there, I'm sorry. I actually hit the mute button on my Stream Deck and it double tapped. Didn't Microsoft... No, they won't drop support for 7 for a while. It's XP they've dropped support for. And, well, Vista's been dropped for a while. But they have dropped support for 7 already? Wow. Field F's a bit derpy. Yes! Something that's difficult, to be fair. Can I not at least drop the grab? Okay. Happy now, bucko? I have dropped the grab. Oh, the grab's doing a wander. Don't ask me to do something specific, because I will do exactly what you asked me to do. Yeah, Massey, that's very weird. Am I looking forward to 19? Yes, I'm also dreading it. Because I'm going to have to do without all of my fancy scripts that I love. Because like there won't be creator tools, there won't be anything like that. So I'll have to go back to manually editing XMLs and stuff to get extra money in and to do money cheats. It's just a complication that I have to re-enable. Well, I have to enable dev mode, and hopefully they haven't changed the commands too much for 19 because I'll need to rememorize those if they do. Blah. I've heard that, Glengar. I don't know how true that is. I do not have any verification on the courseplay stuff. Just like the save game in Notepad. Yeah, but it's a lot harder than just going Shift G, money cheat on, okay. Boom, I've got $1 billion. You know, it's a complication. And let's say disabling the HUD, well right now it's Shift H. But in FS19 it'll be, you know, tilt key twice, just toggle flight in the hub mode. Then tilt key again, and then O. It's another complication that is annoying and slows things down. You can get a money mod for FS19 the day of launch. That'd be amazing, but that's not gonna happen, gamer boy. What I'm talking about is FS19 day one and probably the first couple of weeks before somebody comes out with the money script, where you'll have to do manual editing and FS17. Or I could just, you know, turn on the money cheat and creator tools and get $1 billion. Or turn it off and go back to my normal money. Or I can, you know, turn on screenshots mode and blind everyone. Yeah, I am pretty certain now this is running season's summer lighting. Just from the way the map lit up. My minus 14,500? Yes. Welcome to Farm Sim from the surface of the sun! Today we're harvesting some grass because the sun is burning it. The temperature outside is currently 22,500 degrees Celsius. Am I? I'm doing good, Josh. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing today? There we go. Back to sane lighting. Only FS19 with Forza graphics. Kinda glad that it doesn't, because I'm not a big fan of Forza graphics. Ireland's heat wave all over again. Hello, Gary. How am I? I'm doing good. Doing good indeed. You'll notice, by the way, that most of my concerns about FS19 is lack of mods on day one. There are a couple of, like, obviously there's some other mod related concerns, like how that placeable system's going to work, which we need that fleshed out ASAP so modders can kind of figure it out. You don't use seasons. You don't use seasons, but a lot of maps now are using seasons summer lighting because it is so much better than default giants lighting. It's so much better, such an improvement over what was the default in FS17. Now even Essential Apache, I believe, uses a variant of seasons lighting. So giants are going to have a new light system in FS19 for sure. FS19 without mods, same naked, but oh well. Yeah, 17 was the same, 15 was the same, 13 was the same. Everybody started off without mods. We'll just have to get used to it again, get used to playing without mods, and that's going to be it. And honestly, the thing I'm looking forward to, at least for day one, isn't lack of mods, it isn't lack of anything, it's having to bind up my bloomin' wheel again. How much was my PC? Lots. I can't remember the exact amount because I bought it in dribs and drabs. Probably like a couple of grand. Full of bills. It's basically supercomputer, similar to what I've got, just less RAM. It came to, what was it, £1,300? You only need to spend about £1,000 to get a really, really good PC. People think that they're just like money pits, and they can be if you want to spend money. But PCs cost basically whatever you want them to cost if you build your own. If you get somebody else to build it for you, you gotta add anywhere between £300 and £600 for somebody else building your PC for you. Layout West Coast, and the fact that I have 6 separate yards. Yeah, I like multiple yards. I like that as an idea. Because they give you options of places to start, really. Now, as 19, we should see more new mods than we've seen so far. You say that, we're going to get a butt ton of really bad converts that look horrific. It'll be long until the modders are working their magic on new FS19 mods. It'll be longer than you might expect, Rob, because they're going to have to learn exactly how to get the materials maps working. And that's not going to be an easy task, because they're basically going to have to learn, you know, a good third of mod making all over again, everybody. And that's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. It's going to mean, like, the good mods look even better, but it's going to mean the bad mods look even worse. And are a bit more stand out like a sore thumbie. Where's the Fiat? There we go. Let's use the Fiat again. I need it over at the other yard. Classic Dave being caught in the gate. I mean, it's not one of my streams if I've not run into something static. It's really not. It's a New Holland. Yeah, but it says Fiat. See, look. Look. It's a Fiat, because... See, look, it says... Is it Alt 2? It says Fiat. That is the word Fiat. F-I-A-T. Fanana, Yanana, Anana, Tanana. Hello, Arrow. How am I? I'm doing good. Black Devil, I've heard yes. FS19 would have liked to be able to transport ammo from one field to another. Yeah, kinda, I don't know. To the right it says New Holland. No, it says Agri to the right of Fiat. It's a Fiat Agri, because it's a tractor. One could say it's an agricultural Fiat. Fiat stands for fix it again, Tony. Look closer, it says New Holland on there as well. It says 110-90. It's a Fiat 110-90, therefore. By my amazing powers of observation and deduction, I would make it a Fiat. 180 got updated today. Yeah, but the version you sent me, Glengar, is, I think, better. Because it can do a bit more. Lotus is lots of trouble, usually serious. Hello, Venus. You know old MGs, or the newer old MGs from like the early 2000s, they didn't have really fuel consumption figures. They actually had engine consumption figures. You know, instead of miles to gallon, it was engines per mile. You combine that version with the update. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice if you could do that, or somebody could do that and send it to me, Glengar. In front of the front loader brackets towards the front, it says New Holland quite clearly. No. Let me zoom in. It just says land. This works on land. It's a Fiat Agri. It works on land. Also, it doesn't technically say New Holland. It says New Holland. It actually says EU Holland. Because that is not an N, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that shape. Hello, Dusty Dave. How you doing today, dude? It's an old Holland. I know it's an old Holland. I don't know why people are trying to tell me it's new. I mean, it doesn't even say New Holland on it. It says U Holland. Quite clearly says U Holland. Like, that's a 2/3 of a triangle, EW, HOLL, a 2/3 of a triangle D. Maybe it's a U-Haul, or a U-Haul D. Pet in Berlin Deluxe is finally rid of York's UK after many nights sorting a problem that only PC has had. Interesting! Only your PC. Such a troll. I'm not really trolling when... Look. look, 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 look. That is not an N. That is 2/3 of a triangle, or maybe 2/3 of an A. I've never seen an N that is also an E. Or an N that is also a D. Therefore, they are not letters. I'm feeling alright. Why do people keep asking me that today? They were trying to be fancy by inventing letters. That's not how fancy works. Fancy works by using squiggly letters, like what Ford does. That's why Ford cars all have the squiggly letters, and like you look at Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Maseratis, and they're all fancy cars, and they all have the squiggly letters. They don't have N's that are trying to be other letters at the same time. Don't have letters with identity crises. It's not fancy, that's just New Holland is written by somebody who doesn't quite understand how letters work. Nothing wrong with Fiats. There's something wrong with Fiats that are trying to be fancy though, Glengar. Then again, they're usually known as Ferraris, so... Is this for silage? I have no idea, I guess so, yes. I just did some grass because people are complaining about other things. Yeah, I guess this is for silage. Why not? Logic, I have no idea, yes. But I mean, I'm hardly going to come through a tether now that I've got half of a field windrowed, so... I mean, the logical thing is to turn it into silage. Also, the fan's now coming on, because it's getting quite warm in here. Awesome video, first look for Shamrock. Yeah, I'm really happy that it turned out, Venus. Very easy to present a map when you're just... like... in love with it. Very easy to make the map look good when it just is good. Those arms in the Corona extended? No. I actually quite like it. I prefer having them in tight like this, because when they're extended they take 3 and a bit windrows. When they're in like this they take pretty much exactly 3. It's just a bit neater when they're narrowed in like this. Did I unintentionally do this correctly? I'm kind of impressed by my level of accidentally being right today. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, guys, there's a like button. You can hit it with your face box. You can also hit the subscribe button, and the bell. You can get like a big hammer and hit the bell, and it'll make a ding. But it'll be a really small ding, because it's quite a small bell. In fact, if you hit it with a big hammer, it'll probably break. So probably don't hit the bell button with a big hammer, because you might break your screen as well. Yeah, that probably isn't a good idea. Don't use a hammer on the bell. Use like your mouse cursor instead. Or like if you're on your phone, maybe your finger. Hello, James D. Hello, Let's Play Simulator as well. You're not happy as I'm being actually right today. Is this the only Fiat Tractor in FS17? No, there are others. This is the 1X090 from the mod contest. There's also the 180. There's a 140 doing the rounds. There's a bunch of different Fiats. There's a 160 that has tracks. I just use this a lot because while I'm not too happy with the textures, it's the best looking Fiat there is. There's a better sounding one. The 180-90 on the mod hub sounds amazing. And is a bit more true to the old Fiat style. I can see that happening, Massey. I really can. And I'm not paying for a new monitor for people if they decide to follow through on that joke. And actually break their monitors, because that's your fault. Oh. Come here, charger. Eh. There we go, it's charging. I forgot to charge this for a few days, and now I need to charge it. Come on, turn on, you get... Still very dead. Good. Let's just abandon that field as is. Dave's disappointment. Let's park this up in its traditional spot. Oh. Its traditional spot. Back it up nice and good. And there we go, nice and parked on top of the bench. Next job. Yes. Next job indeed. I actually do need to make more hay bales and more straw bales. It might sound silly, because I do have over here I do have over here quite the stash of hay and straw bales, so it might sound silly that I need to make more. I actually do, because I want to update to the newest version of the 1000. When I do that, all these bales will despawn. So I'm gonna need to do some more mowing around the map soonish. Not right now, but soonish. I also need to, like... Oh, I need to do the thingy. When I saw the flashing, it meant it was dead. It's really frustrating. But I do need to pick up the silage here. Why will they despawn? Because the bales have seemingly been redefined. And when you do that, the old definition of the bales no longer exists. So I do actually need to update the... Or just get a bunch of hay made and a bunch of straw ready. So that I can despawn the bales and then make more. Hello, TMCZ. Little cash money, hello. So, that's why I said earlier that I had to drop straw. It wasn't so that I could sell the bales, it's actually so that I can make the bales. Yeah, it needed to be changed to be UAL compatible. Yeah, I think something was screwy with the way the bales were defined before. Sell them before after. That's not a bad idea, Bradley. Instead of despawning them, I could sell them. That is actually a genius idea. Why did I not think of that instead of just... I was completely ready to just despawn all the bales when I could make free money. Because they're going away one way or another. When I update the D1000, which I've got downloaded, I've got it in a secret... I've got it in the same mod folder just under a silly name. So that it doesn't even load into game and potentially despawn the bales. There we go. But yeah, selling them's a good idea. Thank you very much, Bradley. First off, I want to get even more silage than I will ever need, because apparently this is a thing now. Where I just make inappropriate amounts of silage on maps. I will need to get a wheel loader to compact the silo. Like, that's not even an optional thing. I'm going to need a wheel loader. Because there's like 200,000 litres of silage in that silo. You think you made too many bales on here? There's no such thing as too many bales, TMCC. Unless your game's crashing because there's too many bales, in which case you've probably made too many bales. It's gonna take forever to wrap them. Oh, yeah, rip. That's too many bales. One bale that needs to be wrapped is too many bales. I say that I actually have a plan in place for Shamrock Valley that involves wrapping bales. You do that on Lone Oak. Yeah, you just fill the silo, don't you? Because it's so easy to fill. Because my Lone Oak save has like a million, I think 1.2 million litres of silage for the cows. I enjoyed the fact that you can see the case having a little rave over in the shed there. You keep raving, party case. Keep asking questions, won't show. Try asking it differently, Cash Money. I think it's... If you're asking something about console, intentionally misspell the word that console or PS4 or Xbox. Because I get the feeling that's what your question's about, and I've got them in the blacklist. Where's the party part? What party part? The hell's a party part? Yes! That was definitely a physics happening. Because that's how physics works. I love farms in physics sometimes because it just does the weirdest things. You were looking up by me. No. I'm gonna turn the HUD back on in a second. I'm gonna get myself a wheel loader. Wheel loader there. I'm gonna get the JCB 435S. Probably should have got dual front wheels. I can fix that at the shop. And we're gonna get the silage fork because I love the buck rake. Okay. The buck rake's having an identical... What are you doing? You done now? The JCB struggles on the pit. It won't struggle when I put 2 wheels on the front. Haha! You should tip triggers back onto the pits like 15 had. I like the way that it's done now, honestly. I actually like the fact that you gotta compact the silage properly. Makes a lot more sense than just like dumping 5 million litres of silage into a pit and it magically being compacted if you just run around it in circles for a while. You can still do that in 17, but it looks... You just have a giant circular divot in your pit. It's 435S that have doubles on the front and back. You wouldn't really put doubles on the back of this, to be honest. You'd really have them on the front for extra, like, compaction grip. What do I think? About what? I'm confused. Hey, and I, bye, and I. Hello, Yuso. How you doing today, dude? You don't have to manually unload the trailer and then forget and go to the field. I mean, yeah. That is the downside, is the manual unloading bit. Because you always forget. How much longer am I streaming for? Until about 7 o'clock, so about another half hour or so. Little over half hour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build a ramp. And not a silly ramp, but an actual ramp. So that I can get to the back of the pit here. A bit easier. Because if I can do that, then I can really, yes, really get the silage jammed in here. Now that I can kind of get to the top of the little ramp that I've created, I can start leveling the ramp a bit. And it'll become smooth and delicious. Like a ripe banana. You like using a lever for this? Yeah, a leveler will work fine as well. I just don't like the way that the levelers take giant chunks out of the pits. You're having conniptions. Why are you having conniptions? What is a conniption? You want to use the tower, but it's a bit small. The tower will be fine for this map. Honestly. Like, yeah, it probably is a bit small for some of the bigger fields, but if you use it on the smaller fields, you'll be fine. For the bigger ones, maybe a front mower and the tarp. You wish they would have added beef cattle. That's probably not going to happen. Peter would have a field day if that happened, and I don't think that's something that Giants really want to go for. I'm doing good, Yusa. Thank you very much for asking. We're up to 13% compacted on this pit, which shows you just how bad I am at compacting pits. Because really I should have been doing this consistently from when I started filling the pit, instead of deciding to leave it until I actually should have covered this a long time ago. You forgot front mowers exist. How do you forget front mowers exist? I need a tank. Well, I could use Black Sheep's, I've done this before. I could use Black Sheep's excavator to level. That thing weighs an absolute ton. That's amazing at leveling. The dual front wheels on this are definitely helping, though. Like, it is flattening a much wider part of the clamp every time, so it's definitely useful. Building a PC for $800, only 16 gig of RAM. I don't think the part should be the most the best you can get. Highest clock rate on the CPU, highest VRAM for the graphics card, highest capacity on the hard drive, and ideally like a solid state drive. You can never get silage level. It's actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. You have to treat it like it's a real pit, so kind of constant rolling on it, and this is a little trick I use, the leveling pass, where it just kind of skims skims bits off and you can dump it down as you go back down. Levels, kind of levels itself in a way. That said, leveling passes get really awkward if you suddenly get stuck in the wall of the pit, because then everything goes horribly wrong. Like you can see now, the pit is actually somewhat smooth. It just boils down to how well you can do a leveling pass. If I were to do a bit more of an unloady level. It's a bit too much of an unloady level. More of an unloady level. It'll pick up some grass, but not, or some chaff, but not much. But it'll do it. No, 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 no. Oh, screw it. Just dump this all at the top. Stuck in the wall again. Quite enjoy pit work. It is kind of relaxing because it's, in a way, mindless, but at the same time, you've got a lot to think about. Like how wrong you're doing everything. And all of the mistakes you made in the past 3 weeks. But when you're done, it looks really nice. You'll try what I've just done. Yeah, leveling passes make things so much easier because it turns the buck rake or the shovel or whatever you're using into a leveler. Because as it picks up, it's putting it back down, and it's kind of leveling it out as it goes. It's especially useful if you want to just throw a bunch of chaff up to the top of the pit. Because like now, you look at it, it's all messy and horrible. Well, I'm going to do a leveling pass and... Oh look, it's kind of leveling itself out now. You never seen 435S in real life? I actually have! Believe it or not. I've seen 435S's. Yeah, never sell stuff that's actually actively in a silage pit because it breaks things. That's a mistake I've made in the past where it causes a Lewis stack overflow. Ah, the book rake by Peter J. Yes, that is fantastic. Just noticed your name has changed. Oh dear, are you having that bug? There's a weird bug doing the rounds on YouTube chat where your name will suddenly start changing with others and other people's names will appear randomly. Doesn't seem to happen on my chat ever, but it is a thing that happens occasionally. We're up to 42% compacted. And we're kind of building ridges apparently in this ramp that should really be smooth, but is quickly just gaining ridges for some reason. It's like your name goes up. It seems to be like completely random where your name goes and who gets called what, which is funny. It's all bale silage now. Yeah, it's all bale silage here too. It's a lot more common to see telehandlers out and about and load-alls and whatnot than wheel loaders now, or even tractors with buck rakes on the front or the back. Hey, remember how I said that the dual front wheels that get this thing more traction? It's stuck. It's actually stuck pretty hard somehow. I'm not stuck in the wall, I'm stuck in the chaff itself. I'm just gonna re-situate myself a bit. Because my butt hurts. There we go. Visions in this pit seem to be a bit derpy. Yeah, I don't think I'm stuck on the wall. When in doubt, wiggle and you'll eventually get free. Come on. Wiggle for freedom. I'll dig a bloomin' hole to get this JCB out very soon. Come on. Told you I'd free it. I have no idea what just happened, but it worked, kind of. I mean, I did just sort of launch the wheel loader. Bales are just easier to handle. Yeah, a lot cheaper too. In the long run, because you're not having to pay for a bloomin' wheel loader. Come on, back it up. There we go. We're actually out of the pit again. Hello, Pedro. You've missed some wonderful farm sim physics happening. Here we go. We'll collect up more silage now. Now that we've got the wheel loader freed. You forgot to like. Don't forget that, guys. Don't forget to like the stream. If you haven't done so already, you can subscribe too if you're really enjoying yourself. If you want to get banned on iPedro, you know, that's a pretty surefire way to get yourself removed from the chat. Hello, Silage. That's optional. Yeah, you don't have to annoy Pedro, but if you do, he'll ban you. Occasionally he'll just ban you because he gets confused. Like what he did yesterday. I am aware of that, Bradley. I just don't use it for reasons of because. I have no idea how this little Fiat can power the giant-ass wagon that's pulling, by the way. What did he do yesterday? He got the YouTube derp and banned somebody that just was doing nothing wrong. Who I haven't seen since, by the way, so I think you scared him away from the channel, Pedro. Black texture spike in corner. That happens sometimes. Yeah, my game's a bit weird with shaders. I might need to reload them all. Because sometimes they're just weird little black texture spikes. And I've no idea what's causing them. I've no idea how to fix them other than, like, reloading every shader. Hello, Slants. Hello, controller misuse. Yeah, it's a running bug with YouTube, Pedro, that they don't seem to care about. It's been happening to Glenn... Is it Glenn Garth's been happening to a lot? In Chris's chats. It seems to have migrated over here now. And, yeah, just be a bit careful when you're, like, warning people for names. Hello, No Limits. Forgot I still had that left. Happened to you and Chris? Yeah. Just, be aware of that. In general. Miss any shenanigans? You missed me ping a wheel loader. I got it to ping across the silage pit, but that's about it. In terms of truly silly stuff that happened. There we go. We will now use the gate that is down by the horse trailer because because apparently this is the best gate in the world and I need to know about this gate and use it. No, the horsepower is nowhere near what it Hang on. Let's actually do a horsepower check. So this Fiat 11090 is claiming... Where is it? It is claiming 162 horsepower. Just... Vehicle toggle debug rendering. So this is claiming 162 horsepower. So let's see what it actually is putting out. 170, which... Yeah, Pedro, this is... Granted, 170 is a bit much, but that's including torque. I call that about right. This is the 11090 turbo Glengar, which does have increased horsepower. I call 170 within the realms of possibility. Also, all those graphs and things do have meanings, but I have no idea what they are. Yeah, check tractor data. Australia need to pull it. I think it's 240. I'm calling nonsense on the trailer itself. 200. So somehow the PTO horsepower of this tractor is in excess of 200. When PTO horsepower is usually less than wheel horsepower. I've just realized, by the way, that I can use the trailer as a really good way to compact the silage. This shouldn't work at all. Like, the trailer needs 200 to run. Never mind the weight of the trailer or the weight of the grass in the back of the trailer. This shouldn't work. But 170 horsepower Fiat can apparently do this. So 110, we'll call it chip-tuned as well, Tobacco. Just kind of best case scenario. There's a new intercooler, new fuel mix, new turbo, brand new everything. It's been completely rebuilt from the ground up to have 162 horsepower, which I know it wouldn't in real life. Grass weighs like nothing. Not when you've got a trailer load of it, bucko. Gets quite heavy quite quickly. Yeah, let's call it like a quad turbo 11090. With a rebuilt freshly rebuilt engine. So that the engine is putting out the exact 110. Quad turbo. Even dry grass, bucko, if you compact it down enough, which this thing would, just from the sheer weight of the grass on top of it, it would compact it down. Please tell me it is, because it looks amazing. What? Longman, I think I missed the first part of your question. We've been too busy discussing whether this feat is in any way realistic, and yeah, it's not. There's no way this would be able to do anything near what it can actually do in this game. But I find it comical, so I'm going to keep using it. Hello, Landy. Are you going live in like 5 minutes? This 110 that I like, Landy, is hilarious because it can pull a 200 horsepower requirement trailer. And it puts out 170 horse, which... No. Yes, you are. Awesome. Something that I can watch while rendering my video for tomorrow, that I actually recorded a video for tomorrow for once. Shock horror. That Creator Tools update, Landy, that fixes the crash that we like, so maybe don't download it. One of the rare times I was saying, maybe don't download a mod because it fixes a bug. That I'm counting as a feature. I'm honestly counting that bug as a feature. It's too convenient to be a bug. How well will this compact silage? Not very, but it's fast. Too late. Rip. Yeah, I didn't download the new version of Creator Tools because I'd already heard that it was the bug fix. And I can't be bothered at all to F4ing. The tractor does look like a Tonka toy. What bug? There's a funny bug with Creator Tools where when you exit a map it crashes the game. It's a clean crash to desktop with a pedestrian related error. But it is a 100% reliable crash to desktop bug. Which I've been abusing the crap out of to get out of the game real quick. And they fixed it, so now I have to like Alt F4 or put Q into the command console, and it's annoying. It's, you know, an added inconvenience to me. Not a clean crash for you. It's 100% clean for both me and Landy. You've not had that with Creator Tools? Ah, were you not running the latest version? Or not the latest version, but the version previous? Because that had a 100% reliability rate. Although I will say, something that I'd like to see in FS19, I don't know if Giants are going to want to do this. But this will be a feature that I think myself, Landy, and many YouTubers will get behind. Is, instead of just having the 3 buttons here, back, quit, and save, maybe put in a 4th that is quit to desktop. Because a quit to desktop would be super useful for people who only want to, like, who just want to get out of the game. Like we'll say, it's 3 in the morning, you're super tired, and you just want out of farm. So when you exit the map and, oh look, the menu's back, I want to quit to desktop button. So many games have it now that it's kind of odd that it's missing from Farm Sim. Well, that would be the quit button as it is that's a quit to main menu. You say press quit after playing it goes to desktop. That's the crash, Pedro! That's exactly it. It's a clean crash desktop. That's Creator Tools crashing the game. That's not the game doing it. That was a bug. It was Creator Tools. That's the thing. That's something that should be in the game is a quit to desktop button, or like intentionally crash the game button, which is what my like exit map button currently is. So I don't see myself. Can I pronounce the name of this map? Yes, it's Gwenddwr. Should load main menu instead. See, I don't like the quit to menu button because I want. Usually, if I'm getting out of a map, I'm usually 9 times out of 10 getting out of farm sim, or there's a reason that I want out of the map, and it's usually just as handy to mostly use commands. I mean, I'm probably just gonna Alt F4 after the stream and try and get into that. How's Shamrock testing going? Oxy's on a bit of a holiday, so and I've not done anything the last couple of nights with Shamrock. I've just been chilling out, playing some Flight Sim, playing some Crusader King. Well, no, I wasn't playing. I was playing something else last night, and I can't remember what it was. It might have been Crusader Kings. Playing a bit of Factorio as well. Just chilling out, playing other games. Because I don't want to get into the situation where I'm like only playing Farm Sim for like a week again. Because that'll burn me out of the game and the map. But I do need to. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do with Shamrock to have a look at. Just make sure that it's all working smoothly. Landy, I don't know if you've checked the Slack, but Aston started up now as well, so that's convenient, helpful. Alt F4 because otherwise you need to spend 5 minutes to load the menu again. Yeah. That's the thing, like, crash the desktop Alt F4 is just convenient. Didn't think it was possible to burn out a Shamrock. It can if you're testing it, because testing it isn't playing it. Testing it is, I think this is one of the problems that Black Sheep have experienced, is testing it, you don't play the map, you kind of do one very specific thing consistently to see what happens. Like something I want to test is the animals, which means I'm going to need to enable a few mods that I've downloaded specifically to test the animals. And just run them through a gauntlet for a while. Testing is trying to break the map, so you're playing it in a way that is kind of unnatural. You're not doing farming, you're using mods that you don't usually use. Like, I've got a pig food silo that just magically produces infinite pig food. I've got the buy bales mod ready to go. I've got stuff like that. And they're mods that I wouldn't use normally. I don't actually like them, but for testing, useful, super useful. Because I don't need to go harvesting to test the animals. I can just buy bales in and get a UAL trailer and bring the bales over to where I need them. You use them because lazy. Because of course you do. The Black Sheep map, unfortunately, I think did suffer from just a lack of testers more than anything else. And maybe, I guess a lack of instruction to the testers. Maybe Black Sheep doesn't know what the testers should be looking for in the map. And the testers maybe can't figure it out themselves, so maybe Black Sheep should give the testers some instructions. But having only 3 testers is by no means enough for a map that size. Like, even Shamrock Valley, there's 13 testing that. and any bugs are reported to Oxy immediately. Landy's in Countdown! Awesome. So I think I'll call the stream here. I'll probably finish compacting off camera because it's dull. I'll be back tomorrow with literally some farm sim. I don't know what. I might play more of this map. Might do some Lone Oak instead. I haven't decided. I'll decide tomorrow probably, but just before I stream. And there'll be a video tomorrow morning of some iRacing. So I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Gwenddwr. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.